Anywhere you go, give it on. Anywhere you say.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's Twintuitive 717. I am back with another video. I'm here with Mega Good Vibes this evening. I wanted to come on and really share a reading here with just love and sexual messages, because honestly guys, like, that's the vibe that I've been picking up on for the last little while, and I don't want to let the energy slip through my fingers, you know. I really want to just not hold back and share a lot of what the masculines are wanting to really express. So I have a few decks here. I'm not sure if I'm going to use all of them, just more so the ones I'm guided to. I'm actually leaning towards the Manara Erotic Tarot, so I already know I'm going to have to make this an 18 plus video. And yeah, just tune in. I'm really going to be using just the images on the cards, guys. I'll pull tarot meanings if I'm guided to do that, but it's not going to be like the main focus. So I just really want to know what's on the mind of the masculines towards their divine feminines right now. You know, when it comes to their time alone, right? Their private time. You know, what are they thinking? All right, so I'm going to start with the Strength card here. You know, when I first saw this card, I thought it was a tree that she was hugging, guys, but boy, was I wrong. I was like, oh my goodness, I just saw that in the card here, and I honestly thought that that was a tree. But yeah, that's what's up. Like, I mean, this is what he's thinking about. You know, I always blush a little bit before I start these readings, and I think you guys can almost hear me reiterating a lot of the times I'm going to have to make this an 18 plus reading. I guess I'm just trying to, you know, say that I hope I am amongst mature people, and that I can just really kind of, you know, share these messages here. The message I get from the Strength card is that the divine masculine recognizes the strength of his commitment to the feminine, the bond that he has to the feminine. Many of them have not been feeling a sexual spark with any other woman, like any other energy that they're trying to connect to for sex, for like flirting, friendship, like whatever the case is right now. It's just not on their mind because they're wanting to connect with their divine feminine. And what I get from this is that he wants you to nurture him down there. Like, many of your masculines might have caught themselves saying things like, nah, you know what, I don't know if I could think about her really, like, you know, going down on me or like, you know, performing oral on me, because I don't know, I just don't see her like that. Like, I really want to pleasure her. But right now, like, no, he wants you to hold on to it, to kiss it, to put it between your breasts. And I feel like for him, it's more this feeling of wanting you all to himself, like saying like you're his, and the way of him kind of feeling empowered through that in a really sexually arousing way is, you know, picturing the strength of the divine feminine and just having a woman like that, you know, really coddle him in this way. You know, hold on to his penis and give it kisses and licks and just rub it all over yourself is what I'm getting, divine feminines. Wow, I really hope this reading is going to stay up because, yeah, that was pretty raw. I guess that's why I was being guided to use this deck. It's the Manara Erotic Tarot, in case any of you guys are interested. But yeah, just kind of opening up to my own sexuality and the sexuality that my masculine brought to the table in terms of expanding my own energy. I think it was like at that point on my journey I was attracted to this deck. You know, we have the Eight of Cups here coming up. I feel like the message is reiterated here where he says, you're mine. She's just kind of minding her own business. You know, maybe taking a dip in the water, maybe about to take her clothes off. And, you know, there's that arrow there, you know, most likely coming from a Knight of, I would say, Wands, just because it's so passionate in terms of that arrow. Yeah, there's Wands energy here and the King of Wands here. So it might just very well be him here firing off that arrow, and just letting her know, you know, you might be enjoying yourself here, you know, feeling this wild energy of, you know, being the empress, you know, doing whatever it is you please, exploring your own sexuality. I feel like when many of the divine feminines remember who they are, she's not afraid to get her feet wet, is what I'm getting with this card here. Many of you are remembering that you are very sexy and bold and just on fire, and you're your masculine's match. And I feel that by going through this journey, divine feminines, you know, you've come to the point of understanding that you are his, and you know this on an intuitive level. And I feel like what the energy has done is it has allowed you to rise from the ashes. I feel that many of you, whether you're a divine masculine or feminine, have felt the power of the twin flame journey, where you guys are each other's wish come true, you know, constantly seeking each other out. And you've come to that like point on the journey where it reminds me of the India Ari song, you know, I must be fly because his light shines so bright I wouldn't lie. It's like you both felt on fire knowing that the other wanted the other in this unconditional, passionate, out of this world way. You know, you both felt the magic of the twin flame energy. And the more this journey goes deep, like you two really feel like you are just out of this world, not part of this world, and that you do have a divine purpose to share through a lot of this attraction, love, and passion that you have for each other. I feel though as though the divine masculine is making a bold statement here in terms of like how he feels for you, you know, romantically and sexually and erotically, divine feminine. I keep hearing this very fiery energy of your mind. He's working on being possessive as well. I don't think he wants to come to you with that energy, because you being very balanced, you know, as the empress is basically all of the queens in action. He knows that you can see, you know, every side to him, and so he will come clean. You know, I hate the term come correct just because it just reminds me, like, I don't know, it just kind of sounds like something a masculine doesn't want to hear. But when you say come clean, I feel like that's him understanding and realizing that it doesn't make sense to come any other way or approach her in any other way, because, you know, she already knows who I am and what I give, and it's everything that she wants. So yeah, like in terms of him realizing this and feeling good about it, and being confident when he says that you're his, you know, marking his territory here with this arrow, I feel like, yeah, it's just him saying like, you know, this is what I want from you, like claiming you and then wanting this from you. And many of the divine feminines as well will feel, I think I shared this, didn't I, guys? I shared this in a post where a lot of you feel like you want him to take control. You know, many of you are starting to come to the realization that it's like, wait a second, even though I'm in my divine feminine role, it just seems as though like when it comes to awakening my sexual energy and my sexual aura, I very much want to have a man take control in every way possible. Like what I'm getting is like many of the divine feminines, like they might be like a boss up in the 3D world, but when it comes to being with their masculines behind closed doors, I just get the image of the divine feminine in complete surrender, and it turns her on to really just lay on the bed and let him do whatever it is he desires. Like she just gets a kick out of it. And, you know, even more than just lying there, it's like taking direction from him. And I feel like many of the divine feminines have longed for this, and it is something that I feel like you guys are just going to be looking forward to experiencing, because you guys are bringing down what is in the ethers into your reality, like as above, so below. And it's like the more you fantasize about this and the more he fantasizes about it, gosh, I can't even get my words out here, it brings it in faster, because now that's double the energy manifesting the same goal. So yeah, I just I thought I would let you guys know what's on his mind, okay? Like he definitely wants the divine feminine to himself. Like you can clearly see here what she's holding on to, okay? He wants you to be all over it, all over him. And he is saying that you're his with this King of Wands, this King of Fire energy here, okay? Like willing to cut through any obstacles. Because again, like he's just marking his territory in this very animalistic way. I love the imagery here, like animalistic way, and then it's like, boom, there's the cutest animal you've ever seen. But yeah, that's basically the gist of the message, all right? We hope you guys have enjoyed it and that it finds you well. Take care, guys, and we will catch you.